Welcome back. This is Don Potter, and we'll be doing exercise 17 in the Natural Phonics Primer, a universal safety net for literacy. In the previous lessons, we studied ending blends. In other words, two consonant sounds spelled at the end of words. Now we have a bit more challenge here. We're going to be looking at adding extra letters to the front of the word. So you have, even though it's just a one syllable word, it's still more sounds that you have to master, you have to process. There'll kind of be two sections to this. I'm going to do the top, all this up here first, and then I'm going to take a little pause and I'm going to do the words down here. Now, the words down here are the ones that are going to be on your timing, so you really want to focus on those and know them. These words up here show you how to transform a word that starts with one consonant into one that starts with two or maybe three consonants. Remember, this is a spell to read approach. And if you've been trying to improve your reading and been kind of frustrated, hasn't gone like you would like, this is going to work for you. And it is going to help you to overcome any difficulties with reading and spelling. And so this is a powerful approach. It's spell to read. So we're emphasizing the spelling of these words. So for example, the first word is lump. You can read that. In fact, all these words up here, the one on this side of the arrow, okay, you can read that because we've already practiced all those. In fact, if your timing's good, you should be able to read them just instantly, almost like that. But now we're going to add, like here we have lump. So here we're going to put a P. We're going to put a P on the front of that. And so now we have plump. And once you have learned all these words, you've transformed all these words from the single consonant to two or more consonants at the beginning of a word. You can have your helper, your tutor, parent, whoever you're working with, dictate these words to you. And again, dictation just means you're going to spell the words. So like with the first one, I would say spell lump. You're going to repeat what I said, lump, then you're going to spell L-U-M-P, lump. You're going to say it, you're going to spell it, you're going to say it again. Now, especially when you're first doing this, you can do this orally with letter names or writing, and there's an advantage to both. With oral, just saying the letter names, you can do a bunch of these in just a few minutes. If you're writing it, it might take a little bit longer, but it has the advantage of you see the words and you're kind of using your muscle memory. So I recommend using both back and forth different times. So let's take a look at these. Here we have lump. So now we put a P on the front and we have plump. Tub, stub. You can hear the stub. Lap, flap. Lamp. Now we add the k and we have clamp. Win, twin. Lad, glad. Lip, clip. And I recommend saying these with me. You need to be very interactive when you're doing these videos. To make the best advantage of it, you need to be saying these with me. Pan, span. You shouldn't have music playing in the background. You shouldn't be doing this when you're watching the TV. This should be a total focus. So we have lock, block, lend. Now we put a B. We have blend, lack, slack. You can hear it. Lint, splint. Oh boy, there's a tricky one. We have three consonants on the front of that word. So you really got to listen good to that. So I'm going to say it again. Splint, splint, splint. Now we have camp, put an S, scamp. Well, swell. Nap, snap. Lap, clap. Pit, spit. Lip, slick. Link, blink, like blink your eyes. Lash, splash. Lock, flock. Pick, spick. Wept, swept. Lash, flash. Pill, spill. Lip, flip. Lick, slick. So you can see how you're taking a word that you can read very well, we've already studied. You're adding one consonant and you're coming up with another word. And I should have mentioned here, here we have the SPL. I did mention it once, but not anyway. SPL is pretty tricky. So that's a triple consonant blend. Okay, I'm going to take a pause here to move this up so that we can see the words that you're actually going to be timed on in your exercises. So I'm going to take a pause here. Maybe you'd like to take a pause. You can always use your slider on your viewer and go back and review any segment that you need to do. Welcome back. And now we're going to be looking at these words. By the way, you can notice before it went all the way over, so my picture's way over, or the video of me teaching this is way over there, but that's all right. Here we go. So we're going to start with these. We're doing pretty quick. We have now again, these are the ones you're going to be timed on, and we're going to use these in sentences. Remember, it's a spell to read approach, and we want rich connections. We want you to, when you see a word, we want you to think of the spelling of the word, the sounds of the word, and the meaning of the word, all at the same time. Your mind gets work and do this really, really, really fast. And the more you read, the better you're going to get at it. The more you do your timings, the more you're going to get good at it. And the more you spell the words, the better you're going to get at it. So here we go. B-L, B-L. And that is, and let me turn on my little pointer here, color black, a black cat. Blend phonics. That's the name of my other program. When you blend something together, take two things and blend them together. Blink. If you blink your eyes, you might miss something. Block. Little boys and girls love to mix blocks, and I like blocks that have the alphabet on them. Next we have C-L, K-U, clamp. When you clamp something together, hold it together. Maybe you're going to glue it. Clap, and I clap for you because I know that you're doing fantastic learning all this. Click, like a clicking sound. Click, click, click. Clip, like a paper clip holding things together. Club, it's fun to be in a club and have a president and have all kind of fun things to do. Maybe you can start a reading club. Wouldn't that be great? Next is clump. Clump is like a clump of grass. And you notice here how interesting this is because you have two consonants in the front, two consonants at the end. So even though it's a one-syllable word, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds you have to hear, you have to process. So you need to practice this so you get really good at it. FL, full, as in flag, wave the flag. Flap, the birds can flap their wings. Flash, a flash of lightning. Flint is a rock that you can hit and it makes a spark, and they used those in flintlock rifles when they had guns, when they would go hunting and things. Next you have flip, and the cheerleaders can do a flip. By the way, my father was a cheerleader. It's very interesting for basketball. Flock, a flock of geese flying over. Flop, you're tired, so you flop down on the bed. Now let's do the GL bend. Glad, I'm glad to help you here. Glint, he had a little glint, a spark in his eye. PL, pull, as in plot, the story has a plot. Plum, plums are delicious. Plump, the grape was plump, it was fat and juicy and delicious. SC, sk, as in scat. Tell the cat to scat. Get out of here. Scamp. The squirrel can scamp up the tree. Skip. Don't skip any of my natural phonics primer lessons, please. SL, sl, slack. Slack up on a rope. Slap. Slap my face like that. Keep myself awake. Next we have slick. The ice can be very slick. Slink. Somebody is slinking around so you can't see them. Slip. Don't slip on the ice. Slot. Put your money in the slot to get your candy. SN. Sns, as in snag. Don't snag your pants on the fence. Snip. Snip off just a little bit of hair. Snap. Well, snap your fingers, or you can say, learning to read with a natural phonics primer, Mr. Potter, is a snap, right? I hope. I'm sure. Pressing on, we have SP, as in span, and this would be a span from there to there in your hand, or from one side of this picture to the other of me up there. Next we have spick, like spick and span, means very clean. Spill, don't spill the milk. Spit, spit out the bone. Then we have st, as in stab, stab the meat. Swept, that's a good one. Swept, they swept the floor. Swig, I want a swig of just a little cup, a little swig of green tea. Swim, you can go swimming in the pond. TW, twa, as in the word twig, a little twig on a tree. Twin, my father was actually a triplet, but he was identical with his brother, so they were twins. You couldn't tell them apart. SPL is a triple consonant blend there for you. Yes, you got splash, splash in the water, and splint. Mr. Potter broke his wrist and had to put a splint on it one time years ago. Okay, best of luck with this spell to read approach. Be sure that you know these words really well, and good luck on your timings. I'm sure they're going to start each timing. You read a little bit faster, you get a little bit better, and your brain is becoming wired, as we might say, for reading. So we'll let you go there. See you later. Remember, this is the science of reading on steroids.